What is up, everybody? Stevie B here from Dynasty Life Fantasy Football. Today's video, we're going over undrafted free agents, guys to target either late in your rookie drafts, depending how many rounds you go, or undrafted guys that went in your rookie drafts to throw on your taxi squad. So before we get into this video, guys, just do me a quick favor. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's get into it. First guy up that everyone pretty much knows about now is going to be Sean Tucker, 5'9", 207, over 30 BMI score. Gets picked up by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, giving him about 155K, if I'm not mistaken, which is equivalent to about a sixth-round draft pick. When undrafted due to a heart issue that he had, was not able to perform at the combine, was only cleared about a week before the actual NFL draft, where he did hold a pro day. And in that pro day, he had 29 bench press reps, which would have been first at the combine. And that would have been four more than any other running back did at the combine. He also had a 38-inch vertical leap, which would have tied for third at the combine. Did not run a 40, so I don't have those numbers. But we know he's extremely fast. He was a track athlete. But because of that heart condition, he fell and did not get drafted in the draft. So Tampa Bay picks him up afterwards. This is a guy that had 5.4 yards per carry in college, a 15.8% target share. So he can not only run the football, but he can catch the football as well. In 2021, he led all ACC running backs first in yards after contact, first in forced missed tackles, first in runs of 10 plus yards. Rashard White was not good between the tackles last year. He was just not good. And they're looking for somebody else to bring in to try and take some work from Rashard White, because he's more of that pass catching down role. He can run the football as well, but I think they definitely need to bring somebody else in there. Sean Tucker, hopefully he makes the team, which he should, or they sign a veteran maybe as well. But if he makes a team, he can really be an asset for you and for this team. So excited to see, Sean Tucker get signed. I mean, he was my RB4 coming in, like after Charbonnet, and unfortunately, the medical stuff pushed him way down, but a guy that we can still have a little bit of hope for. So as an undrafted guy, take a stab at him in the fourth round, or if he goes undrafted in your rookie drafts, I mean, he's a guy you can just throw on your taxi squad. The next undrafted guy that we should be going after is D.PRINCE, goes to the Kansas City Chiefs, a guy that can catch and run the football, 6', 216, just under 30 BMI, had some decent college production. That last season that he was there, got injured, so only played 8 games, but led the team in rushing with 729 yards. So a guy that can do a little bit of everything on a team that has really no depth. I mean, you've got CEH, you've got Isaiah Pacheco, and Jerick McKinnon. So if Prince can make the team and somehow get on the field, whether it's due to injury, which we've seen a lot lately with CEH not being able to stay healthy, a guy to just stash on that taxi squad in case you can get a few games out of him, especially in that offense with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. So worth taking a stab at. Throw him on your taxi. Next up is going to be another running back in Keaton Mitchell. Most of these guys are running backs. There's going to be one wide receiver, especially late in drafts or guys that go undrafted. We'd rather take the stab at the running back than the wide receiver. They just have a clearer path to production. If injuries occur, they kind of get stepped right up into that role. So Keaton Mitchell, not the biggest guy. I mean, 5'8", 179, goes to the Baltimore Ravens. You've got Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins, who've both been injured numerous times. So you've got a guy in Keaton Mitchell who can step right in and take some work away if any of these guys get injured. Had 1,100 yards in 2021, had 1,400 yards in 2022. He did produce in college. I mean, 2021, almost 1,400 yards combined rushing and receiving, 1,100 yards rushing, 250 yards receiving, another 250 receiving in 2022 to go along with 1,450 yards rushing in 2022. So a guy that can get it done, he's gotten the workload. If injuries occur, Keaton Mitchell is going to be the guy that's going to be stepping right up to get that opportunity. Throw him on your taxi squad. We're hoping to get a couple games out of him. Next guy up, another running back, X.VALLADAY, gets picked up by the Houston Texans, undrafted, 5'11", 204. A running back who has produced quite well in college. Obviously, that 2020 season was that COVID season, but broke out in 2019 with over 1,200 yards rushing. 2021 and 2022, both over 1,000 yards rushing. Got some receiving work as well, another 200 yards receiving in each of those years. as well. Goes into a Texans offense that doesn't have much talent. I mean, you've got Dameon Pierce, you've got Devin Singletary. There's not much else there except Mike Boone. So with injuries that can happen and just the limited talent overall backfield at the running back position can possibly get a chance or to get an opportunity to get on the football field. So Valladay, a guy I just want to throw on my taxi squad. We're hoping for the best. And that brings us to our last guy, the wide receiver on this list. Mr. Bryce Ford-Wheaton gets picked up by the New York Giants, undrafted. 6'4", 221. This guy is a beast. And with that size, he ran a 4.38 at the combine. He didn't have flashy college production, but his metrics very much resembled a guy like DK Metcalf. We can call Ford-Wheaton a discount DK Metcalf just with the overall size and athleticism and his ability to do certain things. A guy that is absolutely raw, and needs to be worked with, but goes to a team in the Giants that can use a guy like him, a bigger guy that can spread the field, kind of like they got in Hyatt, where they have that guy now that they can spread the field with and open things up. You've got Bryce Ford-Wheaton, who, if he makes the team, can possibly. I mean, they've got nobody there. They've got way too many wide receivers, but nobody that's actually that good. When you look at some of the workout metrics, I mean, 40-yard dash, 94th percentile, 100th percentile in the speed score, 96th percentile in the burst score. Look at the catch radius. I mean, 100th percentile catch radius. This guy is big and he can catch the football when given the opportunity. So just a guy to look out for, throwing the taxi squad, right? We're hoping for the best. These are not guys that we, think are going to come right in and be wide receiver ones or anything like that. But these are guys that we want to hold on our taxi squad that do have some potential. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Let me know what you think down there in the comments about some of these guys. Do you have them on your taxi squad already? And guys, these are just flyers. These are, flashes in a pan. We are praying that something good happens with them, but they're guys that you're getting for absolutely cheap. You're paying nothing for these guys, and you can just stash them on that taxi squad. Most dynasty leagues, you can hold a guy on the taxi squad for 2 years, unless your league is different. But guys, you can just hold down there that you don't have to bring into your roster to waste a roster spot on. So again, let me know what you think down there in the comments, guys. Do me a quick favor before you get out of here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you do play Dynasty Fantasy Football. Appreciate y'all.